what's up? It's Diction Avenue. Diction Avenue.
Okay, welcome to the world with vision. They say a nation get perished without the vision. In Diction Avenue, we got the mission, vision to build tomorrow future. Speak with good English is our culture. We got qualified teachers, good facilities to build confidence in our students. Don't be told, come witness it, treasure you can't measure. Welcome to the world.
There's something new. Why English is spoken so good. It's Diction Avenue. Diction Avenue.
Welcome back. Well, if you're just joining us, you've missed a wee part of the show. And so far, we have been discussing the ear sound. And just before the show, I went into the discussion of that sound. I did give out the question of the day. And I'm sure just in a little bit, we'll be having that question again. Perhaps a correct question this time around. Well, we'll be looking at which of the words contains the sound of the day. You have an option of either of two words. And of course, you can send in your answer with your name and where you are texting from to the number 0805-584-9525. I'm sure we're going to have that question up in just a bit. And then you can tell which of the words contains the ear sound. But before we get that question on, I was saying that the ear sound is vowel number 18, and it is a purely British sound. Because in most words that contain that sound, you would hear the Americans go eh. So when you go period, they would go period. When you go serious, they'll go serious. And when you go seer, they'll go seer. So the difference is that this sound is a purely British sound. I'm sure we're going to have that sound up as well. And we are moving on. We have taken 3 words already with the ear sound, and we're moving to the 4th word, and that word is tear. Now, the interesting thing about the word tear is that this word has spelled it absolutely the same way, but 2 different pronunciations. So it is how you say the word that will determine which interpretation will be given to the sentence that you're saying. For instance, you say tear, wipe your tears away. Wipe your tears away. And that's with the ear sound, tear. But that same word can be pronounced as tear. But this time it's same spelling, but different pronunciation, and it means something different. So your cloth can have a tear, but when you cry out tears, and that's why we say wipe your tears, or in the sentence you have there, wipe away your tears. Remember what I say about the plural form. When a plural form occurs after a vowel sound, the S becomes the Z sound. So you don't go tears, you go tears, tears. Right. Now we're going to take the very next word in our list, and this time we're looking at the word queer. 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 Well, you probably know what the word queer means. That's something that's a little odd. But then, these days, the word queer has taken on a completely different meaning. And so we have this sentence example so that you understand how the word queer is often used. The Q in LGBTQ stands for queer. The Q in LGBTQ stands for queer. And that's a sentence example. The word is queer. 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 Take note that the sound we're looking at today is the sound ear, and in that word, ear is spelled E-E-R. Ear. Ear. So as usual, we'll say do not rely on the spelling to determine how a word is pronounced, because a word can be spelled with the same letters but have different pronunciations. And that's what happened when we looked at the word tear, and we said it's tear, and it can also be tear. It depends on the meaning of the word. And so you can't just rely on a spelling. You can say, oh, all words spelled with the letter E says ear. No, neither can you say E-E-R always says ear, or E-A-R always says ear. No, you would have to check your dictionary. You need to make your dictionary your friend. Now we're looking at another word example, and this is a word that you probably use daily, and the word is really. 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 Are you one of those who says really? Well, if you want to pronounce that word correctly, then you should go really. Really. That's the correct British pronunciation for the word. Of course, Americans will go really, but the British will go really. And the sound we're looking at today, as I said at the beginning of the show, is purely British sound. So we're looking at words that contain that sound. So look at a sentence example. Do you really understand his answer? Do you really understand his answer? That's a sentence that goes with that word really. Do you really understand his answer? Really. 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 You can see that the word has some kind of ring to it. Really. And you can just say it with that kind of emphasis to add some flavor to the way you say that word. Really. Right. So that's the pronunciation of that word. We're going to take 3 more words. Remember that always at the end, after we finish taking all word examples with sentences, we'd always take 3 word examples that I say you can add to your vocabulary. So we're taking 3 more word examples, and the words are tear. Tear. And you can think of this word when you're talking about things that are more than 1 layer, 2 tiers, 3 tiers, that means layer. Tear. Appear. Appear. That's another word. Appear and disappear. I know that some people say air, so you hear them say appear. But no, it's appear. That's how you pronounce that word. And the final word there, people always make the mistake, is it jeer or gear? Well, the word is gear. It's not jeer, it's gear. So those are the 3 words: tear, appear, and gear. So you can add those 3 words to your vocabulary to make your vocabulary even more fun. Right. And that's how we come to the end of our sound of the day. We're talking the ear sound. We're going to take a break now, but before we do, we're going to look at a question of the day again, and you're going to decide which of the 2 words contains the sound ear. Take a listen. The 2 words are pronounced. Is it the first word or the second word? Well, send your answer to the number 0805 584 9525. Again, the number 0805 584 9525. Which of the words was pronounced? Is it the first word or the second? Just send the word along with your name and where you're texting us from. And we will be taking a break for Stories That Teach. And when we come back, we'll look at your answers, which are already pouring in. And then we will take the answer to our question of the day. Don't go away.
Julius the Jaguar. Once upon a time,
In a village called Tamari, there lived a troublesome jaguar called Julius. He lived in a cave on the way to the stream and would make trouble for passers-by. Whenever any of the animals were going to drink water, he would jump out of the bushes and scare them. He enjoyed seeing the animals scamper about in fright when they saw him coming. All the animals were afraid of passing by his cave. This happened for a long time until the animals decided they had had enough. The animals called for a meeting. "We cannot have this continue," Randy the rabbit screamed. "We're out of water and we can't go to the stream." "We have tried talking to him, but he won't listen," Henry the hyena added. So all the other animals decided to banish Julius from their jungle, and he had to go live all by himself somewhere far, far away. The end. Well, I hope you took a lesson from that story. Person who scares people, because when the people get upset with you, they're going to send you away from their lives, and you wouldn't want to go live far, far away from everyone else now, would you? So be a nice person to people so that they can agree to stay at peace with you. Just a little bit of kindness will make the world a better place, don't you think? Well, that's the lesson from the story for today, and we are still going to take your answers to the question of the day. I have a couple of answers that have come in already. I have somebody here saying, please, please, please take my answer. And I am going to take your answer. When do I just lost it? Okay, so this is Sheung. I'm sorry. This is Sandra. Sandra? And Sandra, you didn't tell us where you sent your answer from, but I am going to take your answer anyway because you begged. So Sandra, your answer is actually correct. You got the right word. Remember that the word that was pronounced is peer, and the question is which of the two words was it? And you did get the answer correct. This is Vivian Ikomia from Nasarawa State. New Karu, Nasarawa State. Okay, and you also got the answer correct. Thank you very much. This is Anne from Agege. Anne, you got the answer wrong. No, Anne, your answer was wrong. And this is, let me see now. This is Umechi Nasa from Jos. Yes, Ume, your answer was correct. And this is Hamida Aziz from Aton with a wrong answer. I'm going to take just one more answer. And this is a correct answer from Aderi Big Joshua from Ikorodu. So the question was, which of the two words was pronounced peer? Remember, two words are pronounced there. Peer. Peer. So which of the two? Is it the first word or the second word? The answer is the first word. Peer. That's the word that was pronounced. P-E-E-R. P-E-E-R. Peer. Not P-E-A-R. P-E-A-R is not peer, it's pair. So take note of that. The first word is peer and the second is pair. And that's how we come to the end of Diction Avenue today. It was such a short show, but I guess you learned something, just as I enjoyed spending time with you. Next week, don't forget to join us again, where we're going to learn more how to speak right, sound English. And do not forget to visit iccom.ng to get courses that will make you speak right, and sound English. Until I come your way again next week, my name is Abigail Anaba.